Welcome to the Bourbon Van. I am Phil.
I am Julie. Welcome. Happy Thursday, everybody.
It is Friday, Junior. I'm so excited tonight.
It's been a while since we've had a live stream. Did you know that?
It's been a long time since we had a public live stream. I can tell you that much. We've had a couple of Patreon ones over the last couple of months, but yeah, indeed, this is a long time coming for us. And I mean, look at this. I couldn't be more excited about what we're sipping on tonight. Just look at the array of unbelievable rare whiskeys and, dare I say, unicorns that we're going to get into. I couldn't be more excited.
I'm glad you're excited.
Are you excited at all?
I am excited.
You don't really seem excited to me.
You know.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. Well, to those of you who have just joined us for the very first time, we are the Bourbon Van. I'm Phil. This is Julie, and we travel around to the world and we drink whiskey. Lately,
I do like drinking whiskey.
Lately, we've been staying closer to home.
Yeah.
In Oregon for the most part. And let's say hello to a couple of people, and then let's get right to it. And by the way, I'm going to put the banner up because we have a flight that we're giving away tonight.
Yes.
And also, one more thing to share is that everything in our store, the link is in the description of this video, 15% off through the weekend.
Nice. Ooh, I'm wearing a new shirt. And I
this.
dig it. It's the first time I've ever worn it. And it actually fits really good. This wasn't even meant. I didn't even know about this.
It wasn't planned.
Yeah.
Look at there. Get that hair off of there. And now look, pristine.
Oh, pristine.
Just gorgeous. All the time gorgeous. But in Bourbon Van gear, even more gorgeous.
Even more, right.
Sure.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's what's going on this week at the Bourbon Van.
So, Phil, as Phil mentioned, it's a special bourbon night, and I am excited. I know that
you already poured something, didn't you?
I did pour something.
Shoot.
We're doing a little bit of you got to do a little warm up so we can talk and chat, and before we get into the tasting. I like talking and chatting
for sure.
And I picked Still Austin the Musician.
That's a beautiful thing to pick.
It is a beautiful thing. We actually just recently told some friends of ours about it. They were looking for just an everyday sipper and something that was not going to break the bank and something that was delicious and they could have Monday, Tuesday, it doesn't matter what time of day. And we picked up the Musician. They loved it.
How could you not love it?
Yeah.
Still Austin Musician. Absolutely delicious.
Yeah.
Very, very tasty whiskey. A Nancy Fraley blend, I believe, on this one. And what's not to like about that? I myself am pouring. Got to get that.
Oh, yeah, I don't ever
just
do
right
that.
there.
Yeah.
Redwood Empire, Lost Monarch. $40 around here, $30 most places. 90 proof, a blend of rye and bourbon. And because we're going to be drinking rye and bourbon tonight, it seems fully appropriate.
Actually, it does. That seems very appropriate.
Oh, boy. Almost tipped it. All right. What was I going to do? I was going to say hello to people.
Should we cheers to a Thursday? And
yeah, weekend starts now.
Hey, Bourbon Van people. Thanks.
As per usual,
this is good.
We start the live stream. Mavis goes crazy. She's on top of the cabinets. You're going to definitely hear her.
It is 5:00 here. If you are a Patreon of ours, you'll know on our Patreon live streams, we generally have them around this time too. And whatever happens at 5:00, the cat just goes nuts.
Yeah, it's her time. She's the star.
She is the star.
All right.
Let's say hi.
We got Marty from Whiskey Nose. By the way, a 5-Sip Friday tomorrow.
Yes.
With a whiskey from Marty at the Dunes. It's our last video from the Dunes. Those of you that have been enjoying that content. Chris, Bourbon of the Week. Good to see you.
Chris, you're never too early. You're never too early to start drinking whiskey. I mean,
not
maybe
usually,
it is, but
I brought a mouse. I'm reaching into the living room there, but I brought the mouse today.
But definitely not today.
Chris had a Instagram post. I think it was today with Mr. Rogers in it.
Oh.
Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to get this store thing off here because it's in the way and I don't want it there.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to have to check it out.
Let's see. He had a Mr. Rogers Instagram reel or story that was very, very funny. He's always
way
funny.
Better at the social media than the Bourbon Fan.
He's better at almost everything than us. Truman in the house. DK Tucker in the house. Good to see you. MJ, we are going to see you this weekend along with everybody else that's going to be in Portland for the Bull Run single barrel release party of that 16-year American whiskey, 114 proof. It's a beauty. It hasn't even shipped out yet, so it won't be available online for a while. And Shared Pour doesn't ship to Oregon, is my understanding. So if you are an Oregonian and you want this bottle,
or a Washingtonian,
we will see you in Portland on Saturday at Bull Run Distillery, and it is
it's open to everybody. So people have asked, is it only Patreon? It's open to whoever wants to come. Bull Run is open and ready for
open to the
everybody.
public. Anybody can buy it. There's no limit on these bottles, and I think there's 140-ish available, and we don't know how many will be left after this weekend, so we're going to find out. But yeah, open to the public, and we hope to see as many of you there as possible. We'll be there from about 12 to 4. There will be an Italian beef food cart there from 12 to 6.
I am very excited.
We may stay there a little later. We actually don't know.
Anyway, let's keep saying hi. Sorry, we get
Rusty.
distracted because we saw MJ popped up and we went on to news.
Yeah, we get in the news.
Yeah.
Rusty's in the house. Robert Sheared, Pages and Pores. You didn't miss it. You're right on time. Kathy Huey, good to see you. Ruby Hart, 921, always a pleasure. David G. Eric Gunderson, we're getting Gunderstruck.
Gunderstruck. Always
Van,
Gunderstruck.
the Van Fam. I love that.
I do love the Van Fam.
Leslie Lockett in the house. The cat is just going to tear this place to shreds.
Yeah.
One of these days, the house will come down. And
We're
it's
going to have to sell
it.
it quick because she's...
Anybody want a house with claw marks in every wall? Wendell Wilson in the house. Good to see you. Grumpy O'Fart. EJ, good to see you. We'll see you this weekend. Truman, you are...
You are in.
In.
We haven't even told you what you're in for, but I mean, I know it says it right there, but it doesn't really
I've
say
kind of
it
been
right
trying
there.
to share it throughout the week on Instagram. So
Yeah.
We will talk about that in just a second. Tim Doherty in the house. Teresa Martinez, great to see you. Paper Plane, yum. And Katie Two Cats in the house.
course.
Canadian Chris, Eric C, Bill Joins, great to see you. Joe the Sample Guy in the house. And the Bourbon Wrench, what's up, nerd?
Oh, nerd. Nerd
Trev.
alert. Wait, is that us or is that him? I think it's everybody.
I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who else we got here? Dick Butkus passed away.
What?
He probably couldn't stand watching this season for the
Oh
Bears.
my gosh, it's atrocious. Why? Chicago, what is happening?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Jonathan, thank you very much. You are in for tonight's giveaway. Slap shots around here. Good to see you guys. Good to see all of you. EJ, you are also in. All right, let's talk about this flight that we're going to be doing tonight.
Yeah.
This is a
We
really
kind of changed it up a little bit. We just keep
right. The thumbnail shows Maker's Mark BEP.
Oh, does it?
At the last second, we
Let's
have
throw it in.
decided that we are going to change our minds on that one because it's been out for months. Everybody else is onto the 12-year cellar aged. We'll probably never see that bottle.
Or we'll get it in like 6 months, which is generally how it works around here.
So instead of a Maker's product, we have decided that we're going to go with this Four Roses. It's the 2022 special release.
But we got it in 2023, so it counts.
And it's a little more of a unicorn, I think. However, whoever wins this thing, if you'd rather have the BEP, by all means. But we just thought that would be a little more special. It's a more rare unicorn bottle than the BEP, certainly. So it'll be up to the winner to make that decision.
Yeah. But you only said one bottle that was in the lineup.
Right.
We do have a bottle sitting right here that I think is probably why most people joined today.
This is crazy. Old Forester birthday bourbon.
Oh my god!
Look at this beautiful bottle. She's gorgeous.
I was tempted not to ever open this.
Yeah.
Like really tempted. Like I was like, oh, it's great. We got it. Let's just keep it for 20 years and never open it. And then I was like, bourbon should be drank and shared with friends
And
enjoyed. So, who knows if we'll ever see one again. It doesn't matter. We opened it already.
Yeah, it's a beauty. It's a beauty. What else are we drinking? Jack Daniel's twice barreled special release Tennessee Rye, the Heritage Barrel. Straight rye. What is that? That's double twice barreled Tennessee Rye.
2 times.
The deuce.
2. McPick 2. That was like a thing for a while.
It was. AJ Mountain Biker, good to see you.
I love it.
Russ, you are in.
You're
Get in early.
Ross?
Get in early. Get in often.
Yeah.
I mean, don't be
you're-
shy.
Like when you're in, then you don't have to worry about it.
And you don't have to worry
anymore.
about it. Yeah, you can kick back, relax, and just enjoy your time watching the Bourbon Van.
All
We've-
our hijinks.
We've been through it already.
What been through what?
We talked about the video that comes out tomorrow. We
Oh,
talked about the Bull Run
see you guys
Saturday
later.
meetup. We talked about what we're doing, and that's it. We're done.
This is what happens when we don't have live streams more often. We just like get really excited and we just, say all the things in 4 minutes.
Bleh, spit it out. Yeah, it's out there.
Anyway, it's fine. I think that
Here
this
it
is going
comes.
to be a delicious flight.
Oh yeah, no, I agree. I actually started off I feel pretty good about what we're sipping already here. The Lost Monarch for me,
Mhm.
and the Still Austin Musician for you.
Also, let us know what you're drinking because that I always like to know because you guys drink things that I've never heard of, just on a daily basis, things that we could never get. And I literally love learning from all of you guys.
Well, and we hopefully educated some of you this week with a Penderyn Rich Oak Welsh whiskey review.
I
Just
liked
a
that.
little surprise whiskey in a van Wednesday that we dropped in there because we don't do a lot of those, but I've been enjoying that one and wanted to share it with you all.
Yep.
Jonathan just poured some Buffalo Trace East Bend liquor store pick. We love Buffalo Trace picks. Cheers to everybody at East Bend liquor store.
Yeah, nice, sweet, local.
Very local.
Yeah.
Same street that we're on, technically.
You know what's so funny is that there was a lot of, I hate to say this out loud, but there was a lot of Buffalo Trace picks in our area for like a few years. It was just readily available. I haven't seen one in a while.
I feel like they're an annual thing, and they always come in all at the same time.
Yeah.
And they always go so quickly.
Yeah.
You do have to drink these fancy whiskeys with a pinky up. You don't have to. We recommend it. We think it tastes better.
Pinkies up. That reminds me of that 5-sip we did. I think we were in California, actually.
Remember?
We were just pinkies up. It just felt fancy.
Well, we were drinking out of fancy little glasses.
Oh, we were drinking out of teacups.
And it turned out to be a Parker's Heritage whiskey that we were sipping, too. So, that's a pinkies up whiskey
fancy.
anyways.
Yeah. I keep pretending like...
Teresa, you're in. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I keep pretending like we get a lot of fancy bottles. And we do. I'm not going to say that we don't, but like it feels like when we get them, and then then we're searching just like everybody else too.
Yeah.
For the rest of the year.
We do look around. That's what you do. Slapshot's got some John J. Bowman. Speaking of Buffalo Trace, kind of Buffalo Trace. It's produced by them. It's aged elsewhere. Cavalan Concertmaster for Eric Gunderson.
This is what I'm talking about. Eric. Things that
is that Thai? Is that from Thailand? Cavalan? I believe it is, and I've heard good things about that, if that's the one I'm thinking of.
You think at this point I would know more things.
We got Ruby Hart talking about Silence of the Lambs over here.
What?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Somebody's having Chianti. Philip Travis sipping an E.H. Taylor rye. That's
nice.
Not bad. Lot 40 cask strength finished in port for Canadian Chris. We've had Lot 40 cask strength once. We had a batch early on a 5-sip Friday.
Wait, he gave us Lot 40.
He gave us Lot 40 dark oak.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, that was one of my favorite videos of the last year. We actually just rewatched it because I was like, I think I want to laugh, and I put on when we ate the chips. It's the funniest video that we've ever done.
How many of you out there are watching Bourbon Van reruns? Because Julie is.
Just like every so often, it's like the bottle chug one, and then the
bottle chug one is legendary.
You got to really go back into some terrible videos.
Well, that's the Advent tournament. She's coming up again. It's coming right up. Filming on that is going to start uncomfortably soon.
Uncomfortably soon is the right answer.
Leslie Lockett got some Still Austin cask strength rye. Oh my goodness.
Hey, we're Still Austin buddies today.
Russ D's got that Joseph Magnus silver label. Taiwan, not Thailand. I should have known. I mean, I don't know why I would know that. I've never tasted it, but I still hear good things about it.
Yeah.
Wendell Wilson got himself a Yellowstone limited edition 2020, revisiting it better this time around. There you go. It's a good night for special edition whiskeys, so get into them. Pour them if you got them. Slapshot lives 3 miles from Bowman Distillery. That would be nice. The only one we ever see here is the small batch. Every once in a while you see a port. Julia actually bought me the last ever, I think it was Abraham Bowman, the single, the cask strength version. She bought me that. It was the last bottle from that distiller. I don't remember if he retired or passed away or whatever it was, but then it moved on to the next person in the family. That was the Abraham Bowman, I believe.
That was really interesting. I think that was back in I don't know if it's 2010.
I bet it was 2009, 2010.
Yeah. And I remember going to a Binny's, to all you Midwesterners out there, all the Chicago people, my favorite Binny's that I went to. And I went in there and I said, I know nothing about bourbon. What would be something special to get my husband for?
You knew enough to ask that question.
Well, I did.
And that's all that matters.
I mean, and they pointed me in a couple different directions, and that's the one that I got. And I think, well, we drank it, so it must have been
fantastic.
Delicious.
It was a great bottle. It was so good. Eric, you got 2 entries for Bill Becker and 1, and the rest is for me. Yeah, that's fair.
How do you divvy that up if you win?
Good question. Well, you're just gonna add. You're just gonna have to add them. What is that? That's 4 for Eric and 2 for Bill. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
Daryl Hudson, good to see you. You are in. Daryl, here we go. He just told us He via email a couple days ago or yesterday maybe finished a sip of 13th Colony Double Oaked.
Ooh.
That is a nice bottle to find. That's on everybody's wish list. I don't expect to find one of those under my Christmas tree this year, but that would be nice. An ECC 923 that has not been released by us yet.
No,
They expected it to be delivered on Friday.
I was gonna say Phil went specifically to the store to go pick it up on Friday, and it's still not here.
It's all I wanted, but they apparently what was delivered was B523 again, and I was like, I'm not buying another one of those.
I feel like this is why there's not too many West Coast bourbon channels, because by the time we get anything, it's already gone through the entire country.
Yeah,
and everyone's like, "Oh, those guys."
These guys,
they're like 6 months late.
Christine Vasco's here. Good to see you.
Hey.
The Advent tournament. A huge thank you to our Patreons and a couple other choice people, and to Peach Coke.
Yeah,
who have been getting these samples ready to go. Our Advent tournament, for those of you that don't know this year, fully blind. We don't know where they're coming from. We don't know who's sending them to us. We don't know what they are. All we know,
don't worry, it's not a 5-sip, but like, yeah.
All we know is that it's from America. It's not super rare, so hopefully these are things that are available out there.
Yeah,
somewhat available, anyways. And we are so stoked to get into this Advent tournament.
Yeah.
We've got a couple weeks of activities planned before we can actually start recording it, and as I understand it, samples are rolling in every day, so it should kick off real soon.
Yeah, a huge thank you to our Patreon community, and I think it's almost all from the Patreons, maybe a couple of our local friends here, but it's going to be really interesting. And the reason how we're keeping it blind is that we're basically going so that we don't actually give anything, like we personally won't know until we both eliminate something.
Yeah.
So
if sample number 3 gets eliminated for both of us, then we'll open up that envelope and find out what in the heck it was. I can't wait. There's going to be laughter and tears.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, because we won't have bottles for you to chuck out of, it's going to be a quick tournament, I feel like.
It's true. Well, I don't know. Yeah. I'm excited about this because as much as you are objective, every time you do a blind, or you try to be objective, or maybe you're just, like me personally, I just go on like the pure joy of drinking. I do like drinking, but the pure joy of what you're drinking. This will be interesting because you can get swayed. Like, I know these two things are in competition right now. You don't want to, if you have a favorite, you kind of like want that to eke ahead.
Last year, there were a couple of videos.
No, nothing.
I knew that there were Elijah Craig barrels in there, bottles in there, barrel proofs. Yeah. And I didn't want to go against them. Like it took me an extra long time to make the decision not to pick those bottles in those certain matchups.
Oh, this is
because I just felt like
they
should win. So,
and now it's just going to be like, I have no idea. And I'm just going to literally, this is going to be a pure joy kind of,
absolutely.
Instead of, thinking too much.
So. Mark Vasco in the house drinking a JD10, passed on a Knob Creek 18 batch 2 this week. We've never seen one of those, but I would get one if I saw it.
Yeah.
I'm curious about
Our Patreons turned me on to Knob Creek because I was never like a huge fan of it. And then they sent us a couple. They're like, you're crazy. Here's some samples, and we got to try. I tried a few that I liked, and I'm a fan of Knob Creek.
Yeah,
the older ones.
The more well-aged stuff. I definitely am a bigger fan of.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Tim Doherty picked up a couple Stag 22A for $50 each this week. A Weller Full Proof for $50 each, and Weller 12 for $31. Holy moly!
Wow, that is a sweet
Yeah.
And those prices
we'll be in
killer.
California this winter, so maybe we'll have to take a swing at wherever you're at there.
I want to go to that store. Wow, what a killer pickup that is. Especially if you got them all on the same shopping trip.
Robert says October is my Fight the FOMO month. It's only the 5th. I'm probably in trouble. Yeah, I mean, good luck with that. It's it's special release season, I feel like.
Yeah.
You are in.
Which means our special release season will come in January.
Jonathan wants to know if we had a fave from the Whiskey Fest at Oregon Spirit. I think that's aimed at us. We didn't actually make it this year. We had to leave town for a funeral, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh. We will never make the Oregon Whiskey Fest. That's in our town.
That weekend is cursed for us. Every single time things come up. So unfortunately, we did not make it this time, but we know a lot of our good friends were there, from Oregon Spirit to Bull Run to Branch Point to, just a ton. Who else?
Yeah, some
Stone Barn.
Obviously, the local people were there.
Yeah, I really wanted to run into Stone Barn. It's been a long time since we've seen them, and they're some of our favorite distillers and favorite people in the industry. So bummed we didn't get to go there, but we will see some of our favorites at Bull Run Distillery on Saturday. Can't wait.
Gosh, I'm excited. I feel so terrible that we've never gone. I mean, it's always been something has come up or, whatever, but this was going to be the year that we were going. And I do kind of feel bad about that.
Yeah. Oh, look who's here. Ruby's not even going to do no homework this year. So we will know what the bottles are by the time we produce the, we'll know the competitors by the time we put the bracket together for everybody to fill out, because we'll be doing brackets again. So you can still do homework if you want. I doubt that it's going to help. I just don't know.
Well, I mean, hopefully, you do the homework because you're like, oh, this versus this. And then you think about what I would like and what you would like, right? Like by the flavor notes or how it's supposed to taste. That's not going to
Ruby likes to do the homework, which is why I encourage her to do it, just because you enjoy it so much.
I know.
I don't know that it helps.
No,
because we don't even know. We couldn't predict it.
Well, it's kind of like how I picked my fantasy football team and my March Madness team. March Madness, I just picked. Well, fantasy football, it's terrible. I just kind of say like best quarterback, best running back, best person. I don't do any research on that. But my March Madness picks, it's like. It's where would I want to go to school? Like what state is warmer basically, or more inviting than the other? And that's why you pick
Hawaii every year and you lose every year.
Except for like a few that you're like, okay, these guys are gonna win. But yeah.
Whiskey Bunkered, you are in. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. Thanks for coming.
Joe the Sample Guy's got that old Carter Batch 11.
Ooh, nice.
Little Tennessee weirdness, but I like it.
Yeah,
what's not to like? Canadian Chris, you are in.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we do like the chips.
No, so funny.
But I love the whiskey. I've actually had to slow my roll on it because it was my daily drinker for a while.
So it's funny. I don't remember why I rewatched it, but I just did, and then it made me excited because we're coming into that season where Lot 40 is going to be the perfect thing to sip because it's like got all those like those rye spices, those holiday spices or whatever. But we still had one bag of those straws. It was like the
potato sticks,
and for whatever reason I just never opened them. And then the other day I was like, oh, I want something salty, and I got them out. They were so good. I don't know what it is about those snacks up there, but delicious.
Canada does great snacks,
except for the ketchup one, which was my biggest disappointment.
Because you love ketchup.
Because I love ketchup, and I was not living those.
I'll stick with America's barbecue chips.
I do like barbecue.
Yeah. David Woodruff in the house. Good to see you. Just finished a Jungle Bird, having a Campari tiki drink. That's nice. When my folks were in town last week, we brought them to the tiki bar.
Yeah, I felt bad because they're not drinkers, like at all.
They drank enough.
When you come to this place, there's like 3 things to do.
Well, no. There's a lot of things to do, but it rained and it was freezing.
Oh, yeah. The weather was crazy. Like today is like Bluebird, 75.
It's 80 and sunny.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. They were here. It was like 45 rain, which we get like 1 month of rain a year.
Usually doesn't show up in October.
And like, yeah, it was terrible. But they're not much drinkers. But we did take them to the tiki. They were very good sports about that. I think your dad really liked it.
I think he liked it more than he let on.
And your mom too, but she didn't drink all of hers.
I think my dad liked it more than he thinks he's supposed to like it.
Probably.
But he drank whiskey with us. He drank that. He drank wine.
If we were with like local friends or whatever, I totally would have finished your mom's drink. It was sitting there and we left.
I took a sip of it,
and there was still drinks like something.
Julie doesn't like to leave anything on the table,
right? Which is why I would never be like super skinny. Like I gotta eat all the food. I drink all the things. I feel bad about it.
Well, there you go. Kathy Huey sipping on some Charles E. Ballard corn whiskey from Spirit French Lick. I love Spirit French Lick. Their 4-grain is fantastic.
Your brother gave us that, right?
Yeah, it was great.
Is it Indiana?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, French Lick, Indiana.
Oh, well, that makes sense then. Yeah, we had it when we were there, I don't know, last year or the year before, and it was delicious. I really liked it.
We should move on to the first
I know,
because it's happy hour and we're already 25 minutes in.
I know, and I was like, I kind of poured a big pour of Still Austin. I have to tell you, I just don't think Still Austin gets enough love. I think this musician is remarkable. Just the best everyday drinker.
If it was available around here, if we didn't have to drive to Reno to get it, we would have it all the time.
Yeah, I don't mind that. But yes, I would have it all the time. And we are going to be on the road soon. And I'm going to pick up another bottle of it. I just love it. It's just so good.
Yeah. We'll get more of that. We'll get a lot more of that, actually.
All right.
Robert Sheard wants to know how we scored the birthday bourbon. Local store. Just literally right place, right time. And they, local store.
And literally, we never thought we'd see it ever in a million years. We've only had one pour of it one time 2 years ago.
Yeah, at Bardstown Bourbon Company.
And we were at Bardstown Bourbon Company and it was on the shelf and I said,
it was $40 for a pour.
Yeah, I'll never see this again.
Go for it.
It's the last day. It was the last day of our trip too. So I was like, it's the last day. We're going to get it. And I was excited.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to share the love.
Why not? Driver Joe in the house. Good to see you. Yeah. Sugar Kitty says, loved the Oregon Dunes too. Was there back in 1974 when I was a kid. We were camping coast to coast in a VW camper van.
Ooh, Phil's always wanted a VW.
Well, we knew how to my dad had a VW camper van that was a 67, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And my entire Little League team would pile into that thing when we go to get ice cream, and it was a lot of fun. Dairy
Queen? DQ something different?
No, it was the Highland Custard Shop, I believe. We'd get candy cigarettes.
When you were allowed all that stuff.
Very highbrow Northwest Indiana snacks for us. Yeah. Whiskey Punkard says, I'm so glad you two went live. Gives me a proper excuse to meet the Bears game. Yeah.
We did the Bears plan tonight? Oh, I didn't set my lineup. Oh, crap.
Boo. I told you about it at 8 o'clock this morning.
Oh, no. It's terrible. The Bear. What is going on? Like, it's just... I told Phil the other day that there's no reason that any Chicago team will ever get better because the White Sox were just, the worst season, over 100 losses, right?
Yeah.
But there's no reason that we're going to do better because we'll just keep going to the games no matter what. Yeah. We just want a good time.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
that's Pasquale, you want to know if your Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye at 129 proof is worth picking up? I can tell you we liked the bottle that we got even better than the special edition from 2020. So do with that information whatever you would.
Yeah.
But that's our feeling on that. Tim wants to know where in California are we going to be this winter. We're doing a little bit of an Interstate 10 trip. So we're going to shoot down from Oregon and then start driving around. So
but California, we might bounce around a little bit because
we are going to have to go back north through Sacramento at some point.
Because we've got to get down there from Oregon, and I really want to spend some time in San Diego.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
So that's not really where we're going.
Yeah,
but
if you want to know,
I want to go there.
Basically, if it's anywhere near the 101 or the 5, we're probably going to hit it.
Do you have? So I figured.
Thank you, Joe. You are in.
I figured we will save the rye for last because ryes are ryes. Yeah. Where do you want to start?
Well, I want to start with the lowest proof, which I believe is the birthday bourbon.
Cool. And then that's the
Julie. And then we'll do the rye. And then
I can't believe we haven't started drinking this yet. It's more...
I know. Which the Julie pour glass is what we want. This is the Old Forester birthday bourbon.
Oh no, I lied. No, the logo glass.
The logo glass. All right.
I did.
These we just pulled out of the van because the van is going in for upgrades. I think we need to do a whole video on that.
Smells good. Sorry.
This is the birthday bourbon.
Okay, so do we want to? Okay, so what we're drinking now? This amazing beauty that I cannot believe is sitting on our table right now that I can't wait to share with somebody out there and whoever comes over.
Thank you, George Garvin Brown.
Yeah.
For putting your name on this bottle.
So you know how much I love Old Forester.
I have a pretty good idea.
And I don't need the birthday bourbon.
It smells amazing.
I don't need it. I'm happy with my 1910 and my 1920 and my Statesman.
Yeah.
That's probably the three that I like the most. But I literally can't believe this is sitting on our table right now.
I also like their rye a lot.
Oh yeah, the rest of it. Yeah. Whatever. Tastes like cherry candy.
Yeah, it does. And it's a nice tongue tingle and all that.
I forgot about the rye.
Oh, this is intoxicating.
Okay.
Cherry, vanilla.
Cheers. Thank you guys. Oh, right. We're back to the cheers. So I'll be honest, we did sip this already.
It's stupid good.
Yeah. It's interesting. I find this one really interesting because it has a bit of the Old Forester profile, but
Yeah.
it totally deviates from what you think Old Forester. This one, and we cannot compare of any of the versions I had like before it.
No.
Nice and oaky, very oaky.
She's a beauty, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Very, very oaky. Jeff Perkins with my favorite avatar in all of Whiskey Tube. Look at that.
Yep.
Sharp. Looking sharp as always, Jeff. Thank you for being here. Good to see you. Robert Sheard says he's moving to Oregon. Come on through.
Yeah, do it. We'll start biking together, which we're gonna have to wait. Like, I think I'm trying to pump myself up for this race that I've semi-committed to next June.
Julie and I are both targeting races. My training has actually already started because it's sooner than hers.
Yeah, yours is in March. Mine's in June. My problem is that Phil is like so good. He'll just exercise and stay healthy for no reason, just to be healthy and do
because
things.
It's really hard to get back into shape and to build your endurance if you lose it.
And I've said this before, like, unless I have something that I'm a goal, and I mean, I grew up playing sports, so I think that's why, like, in my head, it's like, if there's no end goal, then what's the point? And so for me to like get back into running, like, I have to have something that I'm driving to. Like a couple years ago, it was the marathon, races, whatever. But I've done like a couch to half marathon, literally ran like for the first time in 8 months and ran a half marathon, and it's horrible. So I don't know how we got into that, but
I don't know. One of these days,
that's why, because I prefer biking than running. So
we're going to sign up for those races at some point on a live stream. I think we'll make it an event.
Yeah,
and probably do some training videos.
Mine doesn't release till New Year's Day.
Oh, that's right. We'll probably do some training videos on Patreon just to keep you posted on how things are going, in case you're curious. Scott Stutzman, good to see you. And Baker Drinks in the house. Good to see you. Kathy Huey, great flight. I agree. You are in. Ooh. Thank you so much.
What's the proof on this?
This is 96, I believe, on this, by the way. Old Forester birthday bourbon, aged 12 years. It is 90. This one's 96 proof. It does change from year to year, is my understanding.
It drinks warmer than 96.
Drinks a little warm.
It doesn't, I don't know if it drinks warmer, but it just feels like it should be warmer. Like if this was a blind, I'd be at like 105, but yeah.
I will say this profile, I like an oaky whiskey a lot, and I like a dry oaky whiskey a lot, and I'm enjoying this very much. I will say this, there are 12 and 13-year products from other distillers that I don't like as much. And this hits my palate a lot more than a lot of that other stuff that we've had. I'm thinking specifically in this instance of 1792, age 12 years, just isn't, it didn't hit my palate at all. It's gotten better as it's opened up. And I also hear that there are other batches of that, that maybe that we got a down year on that one, but we've only seen it once. And it was okay for what it was, but it didn't blow me away. I really enjoy this.
Yeah, this actually is really curious to me because Old Forester really not hones on, but like they have a very distinctive flavor.
Absolutely, very unique.
And this one, and it's a special edition. It feels like a special edition because it doesn't. Glom-on's not the right word.
It doesn't feel like the regular Old Forester profile. There is Old Forester there, but it doesn't hit like an Old Forester. Honestly, there's a little bit of a floral presence here. There's a little bit of a honey presence here. It almost kind of reminds me a little bit of Jack Daniels, reminds me a little bit of well-aged MGP stuff. And it's very good. I like it. What more can I say about this one? It's great. Ruby, thank you so much. You are in. Miracle Martinez in the house. Good to see you. Troy from Baker Drinks. We're going to see you this weekend, right?
Yes. Are you guys coming? I was going to ask that. Yeah. Laura and Troy. Hopefully. We'll see you. I saw something about the van upgrades, and we are.
Some big ones coming. It's actually getting kind of a major interior remodel. Yeah,
we threw around the idea of upgrading the van, getting a different one. But instead, we are I think the biggest thing that we're doing is that we're getting these cute little, I'm going to call them cute because otherwise they're not cute. And then you got these ugly little flares, but we're putting little flares on the side to fit our extra tall people.
Basically bump out so that we can sleep in the bed without being curled up into little beans.
Yeah. And give Mavis a little nook. Maybe we're just doing it for Mavis. She gets a little window nook there.
Yeah. Nice. David Woodruff, hope you guys can bounce into Sonoma County.
I want to.
Absolutely. We're gonna go right through there. Why not?
Yeah.
Oh, Redwood Empire. How great would it be to do a little appearance at Redwood Empire? Maybe do a live stream from there.
Yeah.
Oh man, a meetup.
I thought Sonoma County. I was just thinking of wine.
If anybody, well, there's that too. If anybody knows anybody,
I don't even drink wine all that much, but I do love wine tasting. I think
if anybody wants to make an introduction for us at Redwood Empire, we don't know anybody there. We'd love to meet.
We'll just swing on in.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Just show up and be like, we don't know you guys.
It's okay. Be like, we love your stuff. Why can't? Yeah. Anyway. Redwood Empire is funny because I feel like other places get it cheaper than we do, and we're like right there.
Yeah.
What is
it? This weird trade embargo between Oregon and California? It has to stop. We're supposed to be friendly neighbors.
Yeah.
Baker Drinks will be in Portland all weekend. Very, very cool.
Sweet.
4-Leaf Whiskey. Stacy, good to see you. Cheers. Welcome.
Oh, yay.
David Babcock, the Ogre Lounge in the house.
Nice.
I hope the entire Ogreific crew is going to be there.
Is that their new name, the Ogreific crew?
I don't know. That's just how I think of them.
Yeah.
It would be great to see you all there. We had so much fun at Bull Rum in the spring. By the way, Lee is going to be there, the head distiller. He'll be signing bottles for a couple hours early in the day as well, from I think 12 to 2. So get there early and buy your bottle.
Stay all day, have a tasting.
Hang out.
I love going to there's a cat on the porch. You all know about Luna too, because after Norman, we took Luna in. She's very sad we don't let her in now. Anyway. That was really fun. The meetup at Bull Run. I think it's going to be a blast. I think the weather's looking good. You never know. So I hope it's a good turnout.
I think it'll be it's Saturday from 12 to 4. Come pick up your bottle at Bull Run Distillery in Portland. 16-year aged, 114 proof.
Literally.
Oh, man, it's so good.
I don't know if it was like a month ago. I was like, gosh, I don't even remember what it tastes like. We still have a little bit of the original sample left. Man, just as stoked about it as I was then.
It's ridiculous.
So good.
It's ridiculously good. Bull Run produces amazing whiskey.
Yeah.
Speaking of amazing whiskey, this coats well. The finish is very vanilla-y.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a ton of vanilla, actually. The vanilla, it's that oaky vanilla where you can tell it's being imparted from the barrel.
Yeah.
It's not that creamy vanilla. It's kind of a poke you in the palate with its vanilla beans sort of thing.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense at all?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
This is really there. If this was a blind, I wouldn't get the distillery right, I don't think. You probably would.
Maybe.
I would not have been thinking. It's so much oakier than I'm used to.
That last sip did not taste like Old Forester at all to me.
I'm going to leave a little bit this for...
Oh, I didn't know we were leaving any. I went ahead and polished mine off.
You don't have to leave any.
William Hall, good to see you.
Yeah.
Rusty wants to know, have we heard anything more on the ASW release? Nothing in the last week or so. We are fingers crossed.
I feel like it's so close.
Yeah.
Even we're excited about it. We want to taste it.
Try this. Yeah. Keep in mind that one is going to be only a half a barrel, and it's split between us, Bourbon Judge, and Bourbon of the Week.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to be
it's gonna go
hot.
really, really fast. So unlikely to make it past Patreons on that one. It's we're excited. We're trying to figure out exactly what to do to make sure that we get our hands on it, because that's going to be super high demand.
We'll dip into the other stash, the one that's not part of our thing.
Yeah, because that one when we were tasting it, we said it tasted like Old Forester 1910 if it was bottled at 1920 proof.
Yeah.
So that's going to be an unbelievable whiskey. We can't wait. And Patreons, you'll know about that one. First and foremost, I doubt that it makes it to the public. The other bottles that we have coming out, we just selected one, was it a week and a half ago with
Driftless Glen?
The Driftless Glen pick that we did again with the Bourbon Judge and Bourbon of the Week. And that's that.
Yeah.
Any idea on the price of the bottle Saturday? Have my hammer ready to break a piggy bank. you're going to be very excited to hear this then, because in Oregon, they sell that bottle. When it gets to shared pour, there are fees for it to even leave the state of Oregon, and all sorts of other things get built in for
transport,
and then shipping it out again.
But
it will be more expensive. But to buy it in Oregon is around $50, I believe.
Yeah. Don't quote us on that. It could be more. We don't know, but it's not going to be. Yeah.
Yeah. It is considerably cheaper to buy this bottle in person from the source. That's all we know about it.
Yeah.
I don't know how all the stuff works out, all the details in that.
Yeah.
There's motorbikes on the street tonight.
Yeah.
Ruby Hart says, SLB drinks. We love Kurt and Trenton, of course. Said this Old Forester birthday bourbon was much more oaky than previous ones. Yeah, I can't really speak to that, but I wouldn't disagree with it.
I know.
They have great palates over there, and this is very, very oaky whiskey.
It is the oak presence. That's why I said, like, if this was in a blind, like, or a 5-sip or something, and it was a birthday bourbon, I wouldn't guess Old Forester on this. I feel like I wouldn't guess it because it is so oaky.
Yeah.
That banana, like the banana presence always gives it away that is Old Forester. I mean,
yeah,
it just does. The sugary dessertiness.
It's very, very good.
This is different than what I'm used to for Old Forester.
Absolutely. I'm going to pop this up there one more time because we have a bunch of people that look like they've just joined us in the last few minutes. If you're a Bourbon Van fan, everything in the store is 15% off through Sunday. The link is
exciting.
In the description. Yeah, we don't get sales all that often. We don't control that. So
yeah,
pretty stoked to see that.
We try to throw things in every now and then.
Yeah, we've been adding some things, but we don't really talk about it much. So
yeah,
pretty stoked. All right.
I just want to say Stacy is on.
We love Stacy.
Irish whiskey.
We love Irish whiskey.
We just talked about Welsh whiskey. Obviously not the same.
We love Welsh whiskey.
I know this is so silly, but I'm excited to drink more Irish whiskey.
What is this about? We could be drinking it anytime you like.
I know that we're allowed to drink it at all times, but it just, like, I saw her pop into the chat and I was like, oh man, I kind of want to drink some Irish whiskey now.
Go ahead. Nobody's stopping you.
I know, but I don't know why I love Irish whiskey so much.
We're going to have a Patreon post-happy hour party where you drink Irish whiskey in front of us.
I think because it's just like a change from what we normally drink. I love it. Anyway.
Christine Vasco just bought a shirt like 20 minutes ago. Sweet. Thank you very much.
We got the 50% off. I don't know how it works, but Phil does.
Click the button.
I love it. I do like this shirt. I'm like looking at the thing, but you did good on that one.
You like that one?
Phil
That's the new motto. It's the new
shirts.
channel motto.
Yeah. Every so often I kind of give an idea, but not too often.
Teresa, you are in, and congratulations on being a winner already. We definitely salute you, and I would drink to that, but I don't know what we're drinking next.
Yeah.
What's next?
The
rye?
The rye you want to do? Or you want to do the yeah, we can do it.
Because the Four Roses is way over 100 proof, I believe.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
Yeah, it's 109 proof, it looks like.
All right, so this is so we have not had this one. So we did try this the other day. We've tried the Four Roses, who knows, a million years ago. But the rye is in the Patreon glasses.
All right, let's see here. Bears are winning 10-0. So
what? They'll take care of that in the fourth quarter.
Everybody get ready for the letdown.
Yeah. I almost took a running back. I think it was a running back for the Bears. And then I was like, basically because, they're always losing. Of course, then they would always throw. And then I just gave up and decided that would be just throwing away a pick.
I don't know anything about anything.
Yeah. Okay.
What are we drinking?
The Twice Barrel. So go into the Patreon glass.
Patreon glass.
Yep.
Got it.
I hope.
We got our 2022 glasses here. Very cool.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Let's bring it down. Jack Daniel's Twice Barreled Special Release Tennessee Rye Whiskey, Heritage Barrel Rye, 100 proof, straight rye whiskey aged in new oak barrels and then matured in our handmade heritage barrels, which are heavily toasted and lightly charred to create a unique flavor. So what's the primary barrel? The first barrel is not toasted? Potentially. Anybody know more about this than we do?
Probably everybody.
This is limited bottle number HBR 21700. And the first barrel entry was March 13th of 2015. The second barrel entry was November 18th of 2020. And the bottling date was July 13th of this year. And I am stoked to get into this one. I actually don't know anything about this. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't read anything about it because I don't really do anything these days.
Yeah, you do. I just want to say that I was typing, and so I didn't read Teresa's message, but I want to do a special cheers.
I think we should do it.
Beat breast cancer. That's amazing.
It's amazing.
Cheers
to you,
Teresa.
Teresa.
That smelled amazing, by the way. I didn't even know it was a glass, but as I was drinking it, I was like, this smells so good.
This is a completely different beast than that last whiskey.
Yeah.
But also, sincerely, one of the oakiest whiskeys I've ever had in my life.
Which one?
This one.
Oh.
Holy cow.
I
There's
actually
an
think
oak
this
spice
is
on
like
here.
kind of banana-y. I think I need to cleanse my palate. Maybe
Well, it wouldn't surprise me because they're both Brown-Forman products.
Yeah.
Ultimately, right? Jack Daniels is also under that umbrella, I think. Yeah, that's dark juice. That is very dark whiskey.
Wow.
Oh man.
So this
brown sugar, vanilla. My glass smells a little funky.
When I took this sip, like I would have almost like I was like, did I pour the right thing in the right glass? Because this smells more mushy banana, sugar, oaky.
Well, we find that on Jack Daniels stuff though too.
Very white sugary though.
Brown sugar. You think white sugar?
Molasses.
Oh, maybe that's it.
It could be brown sugar.
You're probably right because there is a sugar tone and then there's a spicy, dark syrupy tone.
I don't know if anybody's ever right or wrong. It is just what it is. It
Whiskey
is what
too.
we think it is.
Sometimes people are right and they're usually wrong.
Yeah, it's like the weatherman. It's sunny today. It rained. The sun was out for 2 minutes.
You guys are right. This is dark. It's beautiful. There's a coffee note on here. At first blush, my first sip, I thought, no, that's way too much oak. And I'm a guy that likes his oak, and I was like, I don't know. Second sip, I'm in love with it.
My first sip, I think I was just taken aback a little bit by all the flavors that were here.
Yeah.
And I was like, this doesn't taste like, it totally tastes like a rye. This is a rye. I'm getting like a lot of that molasses. You said all those baking spices.
Yeah.
There's that like, it doesn't taste like black licorice, but like some of those like juices, like the darker.
This is very different. This is the same.
My face looks weird, but I really like it. Sorry, I'm just thinking.
I like your face.
Thanks.
This is just like the Old Forester that we just drank. Very different. This does not hit. This doesn't make me think Jack Daniels at all.
No. That's why I was like, are you sure this one is the Jack Daniels? I poured them, so.
It's definitely not the Four Roses.
No, it's definitely not the Four Roses. Very sugary. Wow.
Jay Sales Boston in the house tonight. Thank you for commenting. Good to see you around. Yeah. Instagram. That's where I know you from. I've seen you on Instagram.
Boston. I love Boston.
Yeah, we do love Boston.
My parents are there right now. Well, actually, they just left.
Yeah, they did just slide through there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's weird. They've never been to the Northeast.
No, it's their first time. They were really excited. The weather's been beautiful. So, yeah. I mean, I think they got there and it was all the rains, but they're just having a good time.
Man, whoever wins this flight is going to get
I love this.
Oaky flavors. They're a little musty, but at the same time, there's some clarity of flavor there. There's a lot to like on both of these, the Old Forester and the Jack Daniels. This 100 proof. We said the Old Forester drank a little hot. This does not. I think this is spot on 100 proof. I would think if we were 5-sip Fridaying this would be 100
This is
proof.
a nice. I always dance around the 100 proof. I never pick 100 proof, and you just should because it's a good price. A good
it's right
proof
in the
point.
middle, you know.
I like this.
Yeah, I do like this. And there's some commenting. There's some discussion about the Jack Daniels bonded rye. Everybody's raving about it. We have only
Do we
had
have that one?
Yeah, we only had one sip of it the other night. It was the neck pour.
Oh, right.
I was not a fan of it off the neck.
I want to give that a fair review, and I think it needs a little air on our end because I agree. Everyone's been so excited about it that I thought, what's wrong with my palate?
Yeah.
that I'm
Truth
like,
be told, though, 100 proof or less on Jack Daniels stuff, we've never been fans of it. So if this one does hit our palates, the only 100 proof that I really like from them, and this is an unpopular opinion, is the triple mash. I really like that triple mash. I think it's fruity and light and delicious, and it's like a kind of a perfect daily sipper. I like it as a campfire whiskey. I like to share it. There's nothing offensive about that one.
Right.
What I historically dislike about Jack Daniel's bottles at a lower proof is that you get spice over here, you get sweetness over here, and they don't feel like they're part of the same whiskey. It almost tastes like a blend, even though you know it's not. So that's where I've come in on the Jack Daniel's 100 proof stuff in the past. But we'll give that bonded a fair shake. We'll give it some time, see if it opens up for us.
I was just looking over my shoulder at the Twice Barreled and trying to think about how we stumbled upon this one, and happy that we did.
Yes.
There's many bottles that we get that I'm like, oh yeah, it's delicious. It's great. This one is, dare I say, very, like, really good. I really like this.
My breath tastes amazing right now.
We just opened it today too. So,
I mean, I've been sitting here. I haven't had a sip in a while. It's lingering on my breath, and I love that. DK, you are in. Thank you very much. Mike Brock wants to know, he says, I'm sipping a 3-chord Strange Collaboration. I have a chance to pick up a Frank August small batch. Have you had it? I know nothing about it. We have not had it. Bourbon of the Week. Chris from Bourbon of the Week has had some posts about it. I do know it's a great looking bottle. Beyond that, I don't know anything.
Oh man, the smell of this is great.
Look at you. You're smitten.
I'm a little smitten by this one.
This is the first time we've tasted this one too.
It is. And we just did a couple, for whatever reason, we've gotten our hands on some Jack Daniels lately.
The Jack 12 is one of our bottles of the year. It's amazing.
Yeah. And I'm trying to, now I want to see how it compares to the other ones.
Yeah. So Jack 12, Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye, and now this.
Yeah.
That's 3
really
absolute
flavorful
sluggers for Jack Daniels this year that are, I mean, they're hitting it out of the park. And I don't know about the bonded. We may or may not end up loving that. So far, we haven't been big fans of it, but we just had a neck pour. So we'll hang in there. But
everyone loves it so much. I feel like, what's wrong with me? But we do kind of go our own way sometimes.
Honestly, this is the best, the most I've enjoyed a Jack Daniel's 100 proof product, because that's one thing to keep in mind on this one. It is only 100 proof. That's very strange for us.
Yeah.
First off, to get a bottle in that bottle shape that's only 100 proof, but then also, for us to like one so much. It's great. This is fantastic.
I do like this. Kind
of raving about it compared to the Old Forester. We liked the Old Forester, but I'm kind of raving about this.
Yeah, I dare say that I like this more.
Yeah, dare.
Dare I say that I do like this more? Probably costs a lot less too.
I will say this: the Jack Daniel's, considerably.
Yeah, considerably.
The Jack Daniel's 10-year batch 1, I was not a fan of. I didn't try batch 2.
Is that the one?
Opted for the Jack Daniel's 12 instead.
Is that the sample we had?
No, we actually had a bottle of it. We bought it last year.
Oh, okay.
Didn't really hit my palate. We shared a lot of it. We drank through it this spring. We took it on every camping trip. Drank a lot of it around fires.
We do that from time to time.
We do that. Yeah.
I love it.
I'm glad I'm not alone on the triple mash. Triple mash is getting some love out there.
Good. We still have that somewhere, right? Or did we drink it?
Which one?
The triple mash.
Oh, it's down there.
Okay.
Yeah. The triple mash is what is it? It's an American single malt or American whiskey. It's rye and it's Tennessee whiskey. I believe it's all 3 of those things. I think that's what it is with toasted oak. It's a nice little whiskey. It's a nice sipper. It's affordable and it's an easy sipper. And I think a lot of people overlook it because it doesn't say bourbon on it specifically or Tennessee whiskey specifically because it is a blend. But it's awfully tasty. I like that. I like the idea of the bonded series, all the stuff that they're doing, the Jack bonded, the triple mash bonded, the rye bonded. I like the concept of just the idea of it, of bonded whiskey.
Yeah.
Baker Drink says, I think people hype up the bonded rye more because it's easy to find and cheap. I like it, but doesn't compare to what you're drinking now. Yeah, I think that's okay. I agree with you, first off. And that's an interesting concept that because it's gettable, it gets raved about. I think in some ways there are several other whiskeys like that out there.
Yeah, I do try to be fair. I mean, we be fair about things that taste that are affordable versus like tonight we're drinking special editions, which taste a little bit more high end. But I do take that into consideration. Like, oh, this is the $30 version of the, instead of the $75 version, right? So you do, when you're tasting it, you take that into consideration of like the flavors and how it drinks and, is it worth the price point? That's what I always want to know. Like, is it worth the price point of 30, 60, 85, 170, who knows, right?
If it's worth the money. Yeah. And the bonded rye certainly it seems like it's worth the money, even
Mhm.
though it didn't hit our palates right off. But once it opens up, we'll see.
Yeah.
It honestly hit me a little bit like a Rittenhouse. And I've got an unpopular opinion on Rittenhouse too. It's not my favorite rye. I love it for cocktails,
Oh, I love it.
but
in
I
old
don't sip
fashioned.
that one neat.
Yeah.
I would much prefer an Old Forester rye or a Wild
Yeah.
Turkey 101 or something like that. But that's, again, personal opinion, unpopular opinion.
Yeah.
Eric's moving on to the Penderyn Sherrywood.
Oh,
Beautiful. I've decided that I'm going to go all in on that Penderyn. The Madeira finish is the one that I heard great things about.
which one did we have again?
We have the Rich Oak,
The Rich
which
Oak.
is,
That's right.
as I said on Wednesday's video, perfect for a bourbon drinker's palate.
Mhm.
I think it's great for the American palate. If you want to have something different on your shelf and you're like, I want to get a Scotch whiskey or Irish or something different, but I don't want to spend an exorbitant amount and I don't want anything that's a smoke or peat bomb or something like that. The Rich Oak really hit my palate for that. We'll do an international whiskeys that are good for American palates soon, and I'll ask our Patreons for some input on that because some of you have much better ideas than I do.
Yeah, I wasn't in on the video, like the tasting, but I have tasted that and I loved it. I thought it was so delicious.
Yeah. And there's some comments here about how various people are not big fans of certain JD bottles. Totally fair. Everything hits everybody totally differently.
Yep.
We definitely get that.
Yeah.
What do you think about this whiskey, though?
I like it.
Yeah. I like the finish.
I'm not mad about saying that I like this one.
It hangs around. It's tasty.
This might be one of my favorite Jack Daniels I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. Like,
I'd put it top 5 and it might be higher than that.
I mean, I would have to do like a whole lineup of them, but I don't remember ever drinking like a Jack Daniels and being like smitten.
It's certainly more palatable.
I just don't.
This is more palatable and welcoming and inviting than almost anything else that I've had from them, even though we like oak forward whiskeys, both of us.
Yeah.
Me in particular, both of us do. And I really think that if you're not a fan of like really heavy oak, this would definitely offend some palates out there, but it suits us just fine.
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, I really do. I like it a lot.
Oh, the Madeira expression. Eric says he's got that one too. The
Madeira. The reason I didn't go to Eric's house.
Let's go. The reason I didn't get the Madeira is because it was my first Welsh whiskey. The Madeira, I believe, was $120 or $130, and the one that I got was $87. So I decided not to break the bank entirely.
Yeah.
To get
on something we were, just trusting Peach Cokes.
Well, speaking of Peach Coke, Winter Jack is my least favorite Jack. His favorite, coincidentally, is the Tennessee Fire. He loves it. It's his favorite thing to drink in the entire world.
Is that Tabasco or something?
He says Fireball's his favorite bourbon of all time, and that he prefers to drink. I'm just kidding about all that. He doesn't say any of that.
Yeah.
Not to, if you're a big fan of Tennessee Fire, don't take any offense.
Literally don't know. Yeah.
This is great.
I'm keeping a few things over here. Sometimes I like to have them for later. I can just sit back. Are you ready for the Four Roses? Oh, Phil's dominated every single glass that he's had.
I'm a wrecking crew over here tonight.
It's all fired up.
Look, I got a lot done on the Peloton today. I worked hard, worked out hard.
Work hard, play hard.
Yeah, time to play.
Do you know what's really funny is that we had our warm up whiskey. It took us like 35 minutes to get through it, and now we've dominated 2 in the last 30 minutes.
Well, you know what?
We're lower.
Athletes take a long time to stretch, and then they play really hard. And we're just whiskey athletes.
I did do very small pours for the special editions, just because I knew we were doing a bunch of them.
Eric, oh really? That explains that. What are we on?
Only like now? It's not even an ounce. It's like 3/4 of an ounce.
Eric says he got the Madeira expression for $68.
What was
on that Peach Coke?
Yeah,
that
Peach
was $120, $130. Come on, man. Can't you put it on sale?
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. Next up, Four Roses limited edition, small batch 2022 release, barrel strength, 109 proof.
Yes, that is correct.
We got it in 2023. So if you're just joining us and you're looking at the thumbnail going, they're liars, whatever. We got it in 2023.
Nobody would say that. I mean, they might, but we did get it. We thought maybe January, but I think we got the 2021 in January. I think we didn't get this till February. Right? You said February or March.
Yeah. We actually shared it. The liquor store that sold it to us, we actually shared it with some of them later on because it is such a rare bottle, and we wanted to share it. And that was the only time we've had this.
Yeah, Well, we've drinking a lot for only having it one. We must have. No, we've done other.
We shared it
stuff.
with 3 people.
We're
4 people. There were 4 of us.
Because we're at the shoulders already.
Well, there were 4 of us, and tonight there are 2 of us.
I guess. You sure we haven't done like a review of this or put it
Positive.
in a blind?
Positive.
Sorry for cheersing again. All right, 4 Roses. I love 4 Roses. We're bouncing around today.
Wow, that's a different flavor entirely, isn't it?
Jeez.
Fireball with
Man,
a Malort chaser.
the thing that all 3 of these have in common, oaky. Ooh,
Bingo.
wow,
Absolutely.
the finish on this is very sweet.
Oh, she's
I
beauty.
think the finish is my favorite part of this one.
She's a beauty. This is great. I don't know anything about this bottle. I just realized
We probably did.
I changed it at the last second. I was like, everybody's had the BEP, I feel
Yeah.
like, and that Maker's BEP came out months ago, and everybody else is looking for the cellar age, which we haven't seen.
Yeah. We probably knew about it, 6 months ago, and you
I don't know
kind
if I
of
ever
store that
did.
away and put that somewhere else.
Mellow finish. Yeah, I agree. That's a mellow finish. Sweet. Very good.
Sweet is the finish.
Um,
And the finish is definitely my favorite part of this so far.
Eric Anderson says, how about a Fireball with a Malort chaser? I just saw something on, I believe it was Instagram. I don't know if it's true or not.
Probably not. But maybe.
Pumpkin spice Malort.
I don't want that. Nobody wants that. No, it has to
I
be
would try it because I trust Malort.
I bet you it's a
yeah.
shot of Malort with like pumpkin spice syrup, like that you would put in coffee or something. Like I bet it's like some sort of combo. There's no way Malort made a pumpkin spice Malort. Like it has to be like a syrup, and then they put a shot of Malort in there, and then they made it a pumpkin.
It was
spice
probably
Malort.
just a Photoshop, but I still like the concept because I appreciate Malort. Rusty says that he sent Fireball for the Advent tournament.
Perfect. I love Fireball. That's our hiking whiskey.
It is with a certain group of people.
True. I guess that's true.
It is actually, we do sip it when we're snowshoeing sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, it's light and whatever, and you get up there and it doesn't matter if it's 5 a.m. or 10 p.m. It's delicious.
Yeah.
I will say I did a New Year's Day snowshoe up a mountain this year. It was I said my year of like just going with it, doing whatever. And so it was, I think we got up there about 6:30 a.m. And our friend Sean or Rob brought the Fireball.
Yeah.
As you do. And so at 6:30 a.m. we were all doing shots of Fireball.
What are you gonna not
And
do that?
I will
It's like
say-
30 degrees out, 25 degrees.
Oh, and it was
something like
very
that.
cold.
Yeah.
Like
Actually, it was way
like
colder than that. It was like 12 degrees.
It was like snowy and 20 degrees. And I will say it wasn't my favorite time to be drinking Fireball, but
No.
it did warm me up, and whatever. So.
Matt H is here. Good to see you.
Oh, Matt H. Feels like it's been a while.
Oh. It wasn't the Madeira that we had Peach Coke told us about. I've been maligning him and lying about him all night.
Oh.
It was the ex-Moscatel.
Now he's
de
going to spit in all of our
Setúbal.
Advent tournament stuff.
No, he wouldn't do that. He's classier than we are.
He is.
Mark Vasco says there is a barrel-aged Malort now. I had it a few months ago. I would like to try that. Baker drinks.
I know. I was just reading this comment. I'm glad you put it.
You were
up,
drinking
'cause
with
I was
Independent
like,
Joe last night? What
Yeah.
fun. Oh, I bet that was a lot of fun. We're going to have to go find that stream and watch that.
Yeah.
We love Independent Joe and Baker drinks. That's got to be a fun combo right there. Julie's not a Malort fan. I've been a Malort fan for years.
Well, I mean, the Malort was always treated as like a punishment. Like you came in last place, or you were like whatever, and everyone does a shot of Malort. I think I've told the story before about like how I had a fellow Chicagoan work at the same company as me. And then as a Christmas thing or a holiday thing, he brought in a bottle of Malort, like had it shipped in from Chicago, and we all did shots. And like I was prepared for it. And everyone
That's
like,
got to come with a hazmat.
yeah, and
sticker.
everyone freaked out. I was like, oh no, it's just Malort. It's fine.
Yeah.
But people are very.
We used to go to the Green Mill Jazz Club in Chicago
I don't
with
hate
our
it.
friend JT, and the bartender knew JT really well. And every time we approached the counter, he would go Jameson or Malort, and whatever we chose, he would do it with us. That was years and years and years ago. He's
That was in
moved
Cal
elsewhere.
City somewhere.
No, this was in Green Mill.
No, but I mean now didn't he move to
I
be
think
a
he's back in New Orleans because he made the best Sazerac in
New
the
Orleans,
world.
that's
And
right.
You make the best Sazerac in the world when you grow up in New Orleans, I think.
That was not a great Cal City to New Orleans.
Cal City's not quite the same.
No, but not quite the same.
Thank you. You are in,
Cheers.
Jay. Poor man's Malort. Pumpkin spice mort is still better than eating candy corn. Peach Coke throwing down. He's angry tonight.
Okay, Peach Coke. What
I think
about?
he's just gonna scream it into the void here.
Maybe I agree with candy corn. What about candy? What about the pumpkins? Because the pumpkins do have more addiction quality. Because we were just eating those stupid.
When we were in Chicago, how many bags? I mean, every time we turn around, somebody was like pumpkin.
Your
like,
dad
it was
came with
almost like
2
it
bags
was
of
almost like
pumpkins.
when you were a kid, and like you would, any old person you saw was going to hand you a Werther's. In the Midwest,
I love
everybody just
Werther's.
gives you a candy pumpkin.
Yeah, your dad came here with 2 bags of pumpkin. 2 bags of. You could just buy them down the street, but he came with 2 bags, and you're eating them thinking, this is literally trash candy. And but I can't stop eating it. It was like sugar is so much more addicting than anything else. Like I was just like, you're eating it, and I'm like, I don't even like these. But they're better than the candy.
Look at this heresy from Peach Coke. Actual heresy.
We're gonna have words off screen.
There we go.
That's funny.
Robert Sheard says, "How far are you from retiring? I'm ready to open the whiskey room." Yeah, the Jasmine Whiskey Bar. It's still on the. It's still.
I'll
my
work the
number
bar.
one-
I'll work the bar if you open it. That's how close we are to retiring.
Still, my number one
Yeah.
thing that I want to do with my life is open a tiny little Jasmine Whiskey bar.
To be honest, we're like, we couldn't drink the whiskey that we have in 2 lifetimes, and so we have to like open something just to.
But just with the group of people that's online right
But just
now,
with
we could probably knock it out in about a month.
69. So we're just with the 69 people that are online right now.
What do you think of this whiskey?
I forgot that we were supposed to like be getting. I'm just having
We've given
fun.
0 tasting notes on the Four Roses limited edition.
I love Four Roses. The limited edition series for Four Roses. I mean, I like Four Roses in general, but I really like the limited edition stuff. It is just this one actually.
The spice on this is a nice foil because we've had so much oak, so much sweetness. This is spicy and it coats the tongue like crazy. It lingers around. This doesn't have like a ton of like vanilla or the really big bourbon flavors that we've been talking about tonight, especially with the Old Forester. It is far more balanced than that. There's a lot of fruit, a lot of sweetness.
So I rarely remember things that I drink, like flavor notes of things that I drink, which is why I'm so bad at 5 Sip Friday. But I do remember talking about the 2021 edition of because it was in the Avon tournament.
Yeah.
You know, like
I would say that based on memory, I liked the 2021 better. But again, we've been drinking some powerful flavors tonight, so we may not even know what we've got here.
And that's my point. Like I remember the 2021 because I remember drinking it going, this is what bourbon should taste like.
Yeah.
It has just pure bourbon flavors. This one actually is a little bit different than that one. Like it doesn't have those just clean, crisp, like oak and vanilla, like just those they were really defined in the 2021 version.
I think everything we've drank tonight kind of trashed our palates. This one is the highest proof, but I almost wonder if we should have started with it. The other ones are just way heavier flavor wise.
But I love this.
It is great. It is
all
great.
3 of these are great. Yeah.
A whiskey and pumpkins pairing? Would anybody want that? Ruby wants it. We're
already having enough trouble having people watch the videos that we're making. We don't need to do candy
I don't know
corn.
if YouTube is hammering us right now, but we released 2 videos this week that are the least watched videos that we've ever had. So go check them out. Maybe rewatch them if you like.
Yeah. So maybe
it does not say, by the way, what recipe it is. I checked the bottle and it didn't see. I bet it has it online. I just don't know.
Yeah. There was a Mavis sighting. I just want to let you guys know because I like to keep you guys abreast of what she's doing. She's got all the boxes in the world. We got an Amazon delivery today. She is now in that box instead of anything else that she owns. Why you buy toys for?
She uses every toy though too.
She does.
Also, a lot of the toys that were gifted to us by Patreons and other supporters of the channel, they're all here. They're all over the house.
Speaking of,
we find them under the refrigerator, under the stove. We dig them out. She loses them again.
I took a hilarious video of her today, and I think we're going to post it on Patreon. It's not, I mean, it's like 2 minutes, but it's
too cute.
It's so cute. So we'll post it.
We'll post it somewhere. I think we'll wind up putting it on Instagram or something. It's like I don't know. It's a long video, but she's just adorable. James Bandy in the house. We'll see you Saturday. Enjoy your interesting whole chicken. I don't know what that means.
Sitting down the chair. Whole. Oh, but they were probably just maybe they were rotisserie.
What makes it interesting?
No, he'll let
Tell
us
us
know.
on Saturday.
He'll
We
tell
want
us
to know.
on Saturday. It sounds delicious though. I love barbecuing and I love chicken, which I don't do it either of those enough. Like
Yum.
we are out of propane, so we can't barbecue now.
Yeah, we ran out of propane right when I put the burgers on the grill the other day. Like, well, great. These aren't getting hotter.
I'm glad that you did because I like you noticed that stuff, and I would have just been out there flipping, going like, "What is wrong with these?"
Well, I put them on the grill, and I
Like,
turned around to
like,
walk
no.
away. And as soon as I got in, Julie's like, "No, we're gonna flip those after 2 minutes, right?" And I was like, "Okay." So I just turned around and went back out. And as I was walking up to the grill, the temperature gauge was all the way at 0, and I was like, "Well, that's not
stuff that I
ideal."
just don't notice. Like I'm so focused on all the stuff that I would have just flipped them and then been like, "Why are these not cooking?" Anyway, we had a good run with that propane tank. We had one stolen, and then a friend of ours gave us
You
theirs.
hit the road one time, and somebody steals your propane tank. Now we got to keep it in the stupid garage.
They were expensive, but not that expensive. Anyway,
Robert says, "I hope you're filming some from Saturday." We are. We will be doing that. And actually, we didn't know that.
I wish we could do
thought-
another secret Five Soup Friday, but it's open to the public, so we're gonna be on
we
our
may
best
still
behavior.
do one. We might still do one. But the no, I don't think we're going to live stream Saturday, but we will be filming it. We actually thought that it was going to be for sale on Shared Pour
at the
already.
same time, so I feel a little bummed about that.
So we were going to do some footage from that, and then we were going to make the announcement that people could buy it. So maybe that'll be down the road now. I'm not totally sure what our delivery schedule is going to be for videos.
Yeah, but yeah, especially our patrons. We'll let you guys know when the bull run is because I am excited about. I want everyone to taste it.
Yeah. Kathy says we grill with charcoal. We used to.
Our neighbor
now we're lazy
grills,
Yankees.
I was gonna say totally. Our neighbor grills with charcoal, and every time he's grilling, and they do like all kinds of marinades. Like he's out there with like teriyakis and different like
he does
southern,
yeah.
like southern cooking type stuff. It smells awesome. Like I am shamed. I feel shamed when I drink when I barbecue because I'm like we're just like lazy salt and pepper, and he's out there with like his fancy charcoal and like.
I occasionally will use a garlic salt. Don't act like I don't do anything.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying me. I'm just like super lazy. Anyway.
Hey, we've been on for an hour and 13 minutes.
Yes.
Does that mean that are we shutting it down now?
I wasn't thinking about it, but I can start thinking about it.
Well, I'm wondering because I know that there are other streams tonight. I know that everybody has places to go, and I know that a lot of people are in for tonight's giveaway. So, let's say that this is our last chance.
So let's say at 6:30 we'll pick that gives us 15 minutes. I can finish my whiskey.
Let's say it's 6:27, so that we have time to give it away and then have a hearty goodbye.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay, so 15 minutes. Maybe this is.
Oh boy, the cat. What are you doing?
She hasn't had her nails clipped in a while.
You're mental.
No, she's so sweet.
Sweet and mental.
Okay.
So that's what we'll do. We have until 27 after the hour. That's when we're going to pick our winner.
I'm excited. So
Daryl Hudson says that he got the box with all the Four Roses recipes. We saw those at Binny's and when we were in Chicago, but we had no way to get them home. So
no, I feel like nobody except for you and I are going to be interested in this. But you were telling me about the Heaven's Door thing yesterday, and I feel like that's such a gimmicky thing that I'm probably going to buy.
Yeah, no, we're going to get it. It's Heaven's Door is doing it. I think it's like $150-ish. I'm not sure.
Much money.
It is
Think about how much money we'd have if we didn't drink bourbon.
But it's a cask strength or barrel proof weeded version of their whiskey with and it comes with a Bob Dylan book. And we like to read. So
I was going to say
a special edition book
like
and a special edition
that
whiskey.
We like to read, but we like to read as well.
Pages and Pours knows what we're talking about. A book and a whiskey, what's better? So we are very, very interested in that, and we'll probably order it. I took a screenshot of it. I don't know where that is, where my phone is, but look up Heaven's Door. Check that out if you're interested.
When does it release? It feels like we're getting paid to like tell you about this advertisement. We're not. But I am excited about it. One of our first, but one of maybe our more grown-up concerts was Bob Dylan back in
Grown-up
like
concerts.
2000. Shoot, Illinois State Fair. I don't know. It was just we've seen him for like 4 or 5 times, and I love him.
I just smelled
Even though he's like very old and he doesn't have the capacity to like sing and play the guitar. Like
I mean,
he
the
used
first
to,
time we
but-
saw him, he had arthritis and he couldn't play the guitar, so he was on the keyboard. And the next time we saw him, he was on some sort of medication. I let him play the guitar again. So
Anyway,
a Bob Dylan book means it should be free. Oh, Robert, that's cold-blooded. I'm gonna pour some more of this.
Oh, so
Because
is that your favorite tonight?
I think it is. Yeah, the Jack Daniels.
I liked
Who knew?
it. I was smitten by it. I still have a little bit of the other stuff.
Yeah. I was gonna pour something else, and I was like, well, just drink what you like. Who cares?
Yeah.
Right? Drink what you like. Who cares? Put that on a shirt.
I love that. I want that on a shirt. Drink
All
what you
right.
like. Who cares?
I might put your face on it too.
Just like this.
Great. Excellent. That's gonna look
I
very
had
good.
to like scene. You'd think I was in did plays or something. But
You didn't.
I didn't. No. That was all about playing sports.
If Bill
Robert.
Becker were here, he'd be correcting you. It's Heaven's Gate. Yes.
Oh, remember?
Everybody get your Nikes or was it Reeboks? Everybody get your Reeboks.
Remember when you said Heaven's Gate, right? Then we took us like 15 minutes, which is how our live streams go. We get totally tangented and then lose track of what we're doing.
This is so good.
I feel like I need to watch the Heaven's Gate documentary. Wait,
Oh,
was it
yeah,
a
that's
documentary or was
yeah.
it a movie?
No, it actually happened.
Oh, I don't know what it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, watch a documentary. It'll be a feel-good story.
Anyway,
All right, well, it looks like we need to make that shirt. I don't remember what it was. Now I'm gonna have to like go back and watch this stupid
drink
live
what
stream.
you want. Who cares?
Oh, right.
Yeah, I remember because that's how I always feel. It was like I don't know.
We'll put Mavis on it. She looks like she doesn't care about anything.
It's
right
like
now.
beer. Like people always ask me about beer, and I was like, "You're not gonna like what I like. You're just not. Nobody likes what I like.
You like Belgians. You
I
like
do.
you
Everyone
like wit
either
beers and
wants
Belgians.
Everyone either wants an IPA or like a Coors Light. Like it's like one or the other.
You love a Coors Light.
Oh, I do love a Coors Light. But like, if you're asking me what I want to drink, I want to drink a Belgian, and nobody's on with me. Like,
Yeah, it's 143 proof documentary
Yeah.
type.
oh,
Oh, this is delicious. Last call for tonight's flight. If you're interested, we are doing Old Forester birthday bourbon 2023 release. We are doing Jack Daniel's 2023 Heritage Barrel Rye release and Four Roses 2022 limited edition. That is the flight, 2 ounces of each. This is your last call to get in. We're gonna call it in. I said 27. I think I'm gonna bring that up a little bit.
To 25.
Yeah, I think 25. Don't you?
I don't know if it really matters, but sure. Yeah. Is that what you wanted me to say? Yeah, that sounds good. Okay.
Delicious.
So I had a little. So I always like to do this. I never used to, but now I keep a little bit of what we're sampling so that I can sample them at the end, like as kind of like a A/B testing. I'm getting a lot of cherry now on the birthday bourbon.
How about that?
A lot of like cherry, almost like cherry candy flavor on that one.
Yeah, it's an interesting bourbon. That bourbon, it just gives and gives and gives. The flavors
Mhm.
continue to evolve, not just when the bottle's been opened, but also as it sits in the glass. So definitely let that one sit for a while before you get into it when you pour it. Whoever wins this flight,
Yeah.
because it is very, very interesting. All these whiskeys, I would say, are thinkers. They're very interesting, and the Four Roses is the oddball here because the first two that we had, the Old Forester and the Jack Daniels, tons of oak,
Mhm.
tons of rich flavor, like they've been around in the barrel for a long time. The Four Roses, bright, clean, crystal clear flavors, almost shouldn't have been enjoyed at the same time as the other two, or it should have been first,
Yeah.
honestly, even though it's the highest proof at 109. It was great. What a great flight. I'm a happy boy.
I'm checking what these are. Man,
I think that's the Jack.
it is.
The empty glass, the Jack Daniels, the empty glass was amazing.
If you told me there's a Jack Daniels rye, an Old Forester product, and a Four Roses product, and I had to only guess on the nose, the Jack Daniels, 1,000%, I would say, is the Old Forester. It is so maple syrupy on the nose. It's insane. And the vanilla is an unbelievably rich type of vanilla. And I know this is a rye, but it's so maple syrupy, it's so sugary. There's I would 100% think that this was the Old Forester on the nose, not on the palate, because on the palate it's definitely a rye. But it's crazy. It's crazy. It's so unlike Jack Daniels. It is very good. It's so unlike Jack Daniels. I haven't seen much about it. I think I saw a headline on maybe it was a thumbnail or something like that, where somebody was saying that this one was almost uncomfortably oaky. On the Jack Daniels? On the Jack Daniels. I disagree. But I also like a lot of oak, and I think this is great. Hector, welcome. Good to see you. I don't know if I would have. Thank you, William. You're in for tonight's giveaway. I feel like this is a once in a lifetime thing that I'm about to say here about Jack Daniels, but of the three that I've had tonight, Jack Daniels is my favorite. I don't think that's a once in a lifetime thing. Well, I mean, I like Jack Daniels in general, but it is when I drink Jack Daniels, you used to be a bigger fan of their Tennessee whiskey barrel proof. But I was gonna say most of the time we drink it at barrel strength, right? Mm-hmm. So it's really aggressive, This is, I just think this is wonderful. It's amazing. It is my favorite thing on the table. I actually agree with you. I agree with you. There's good competition here. I like the Jack barrel proof. Or the Jack, what do they call it? I was going to say harvest barrel. Twice. Heritage barrel. I twice baked like potato, but it's not. I like it better than the birthday bourbon. I like it better than the Four Roses. How wild is that? It is my favorite thing on the table tonight. Yeah. Crazy. That is crazy. I think it's crazy. All right. Are we ready to do this? I was going to give it till 25, but you know what? Everybody that's been here, you put in the time. So let's do this. Yeah. I can't believe that either I'm going to do it in 20 seconds. Either Eric or the Erics, I'm going to call them the Erics, Gunderstruck or Eric C. They always ask me what I'm having for dinner tonight. What are you having for dinner? And you're not going to be surprised because I'm sure it's going to be. Is it nachos? I was going to say tacos. I'm sure it's going to be tacos tonight. Are we making it or ordering it? Oh, we could do either. Ordering it. All right. I can never find. How many do we have? And then we're gonna ask somebody to pick a number. 58. 58 entries? Holy moly! Julie's gonna randomize these. Who'd like to give us a random number between 1 and 58 tonight? Let's pick. I'm gonna pick somebody. I'm gonna go with Hector. Hector Torres. You're new. You're new here. Give us a number between 1 and 58. I like that. I like that somebody picked. Or that Hector said pizza, because that was supposed to be what we were having tonight, but we caved and had that last week. We had that yesterday. Yeah. So it's so funny. A number between 1 and 58. Hector, if you please. I like Eric Anderson came in hot. Eric came in hot. Truman came in hot. But 14. Hector picks 14. 14. Thank you so much, Hector. Let's see what we got here. We have a Ruby Heart 921 as our winner. Are you kidding me? Look at that. This is going to. There you go. Ruby Heart 921. Congratulations. Number 14. 10 barrel nachos. Oh, yeah. 10 barrel. The pizza's good. The wings are good. Yeah. Love some 10 barrel. Yeah. Well, there you go. Ruby, you are our big winner tonight. You are going to get a whole lot of oak. There's so much oak on this. It's delicious. Yeah. I'm excited. Let us know how you like them. Yes, excited. Absolutely. And we'll get those out fairly soon. Yep. And what else have we got to cover tonight? Okay, so so we have some videos obviously coming out. 5 sips, and we were at the Dunes, and we have a matchup coming up next weekend. A matchup, but a blind coming up. And then we did a Crater Lake Ride the Rim a few weeks ago, and we're working on that video, so that'll be coming out. But the big thing that's coming up is if you live in, say, California to Washington, Idaho too, if you're getting crazy, and you want to come to our Bull Run meetup It's not for patrons. It's for anybody. It's open to the public. So whoever wants to come, our single barrel or our pick will be available for purchase there. There's going to be a food cart. It's just going to be a good time. I think we're just going to hang out, chat. It's not like a big deal. Like we're not
good whiskey, good people, great
no
food.
carnival rides.
Although if you don't weigh a lot, I might throw you up in the air if you ask nice.
But it should be really fun. So
that's on Saturday from 12 to 4 at Bull Run Distillery in Portland, Oregon. And lots of videos coming your way as usual. Advent tournament. Thank you so much to our Patreons for contributing. And if you want to continue to have a say in what videos are coming up, our Patreons, big thanks to them for choosing the next blind. And voting is not closed, but as close as it is,
you guys are messing with us because we're at like a 50-50 split every single time somebody else votes, and I'm like, so we'll probably do them all.
Yeah, as close as it is, we're probably going to do them both. So that's all happening on Patreon and locally. And thank you so much to all of you for the continued support. We hope you're enjoying the videos as always.
And Rusty has a question about when it's going to be available on Shared Pour. We will get a better information on that this weekend, and we will let you know. So I know that it takes a little bit of time to get it picked up and then through the system and available for shipping out. So we will definitely let you know when that comes.
Yeah. It's so hard to say, but hopefully, we'll have some idea at the end of the weekend, provided everybody doesn't buy it. We could just go. Could be gone by the end of the weekend. I don't think it will. Anyway, I think there's going to be plenty for everybody, and we'll get it shipped out, and we'll let you know as soon as we know. Thank you to everybody who joined us tonight. Thank you, of course, to our Patreons, to Peach Coke for helping us to put together the Advent tournament, and just for being a decent human being in general.
Yeah. Even with the candy pumpkin thing,
we're going to let it slide this time. And huge congratulations to Ruby Heart 921 and from wherever we are.
To wherever you are.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.